Hey, good night. This is Doc Martin signing in. So, in this video, what I want to talk about is becoming the best version of who you are, optimizing performance. Where are you trying to go and what are you trying to do? Where do you see yourself? I hate saying 5 years from now because that's a long time. Where do you see yourself 2 years from now? If we want to compress that 5 year plan into 2 years, where do you see yourself 2 years from now? Now, the bigger question to ask yourself is, are you able to bring the person you are right now to that place where you want to be in 2 years and flourish at that thing that you want to do in 2 years? More than likely, the answer is no. Because if that was the case, if you were ready for that, the universe would have brought that to you already. That's kind of esoteric, but really, when we are ready to become what we want to be, we usually are placed into that position without even paying attention. But it all starts with becoming that person that you need to be, right? So let's just say you want to be a, let's just say you want to be a multimillionaire, okay? Do you oversleep? Do you stay out all night? Right? Are you a drinker? Like, are you a drinker? Are you a binge drinker? Do you skip the gym? Um, you know, are you a sex addict? Do you overeat? Do you lack confidence? Like, what is it that's pulling you back from becoming that optimum version of yourself? So, if I'm just gonna open up, for me, uh, it's it's been a lot of different things, but I would say um, maybe partying. I would say, or drinking, or lack of delayed gratification. So I'll just talk about one thing. Now, I've never been an alcoholic, but um, let's just talk about alcohol. So let's just say um, I want to be a multimillionaire, but I like to drink. I like to go out and I like to party with my friends, and or I might just want to go out by myself and have a drink late at night. Now, what does alcohol do? Alcohol, and I do drink alcohol, so, but just being objective here, alcohol clouds your mind. It's a depressant. It depresses your reflexes, slows them down. It it dampens your ability to think clearly. It takes away a lot of inhibition. It makes you feel better for the moment, but it also causes hangovers. It also decreases motivation, right? It ruins your sleep. It wrecks sleep. I drank last night. I didn't sleep well, right? I didn't drink like I wanted, like I normally would, because my normal limit is 2 drinks. But I went to a comedy club last night, and I saw on the ticket that there was a 2 drink minimum per person. Okay. Um, I had a drink the night. I mean, I had a drink at the spot before I went to the comedy club, and then the comedy club I had 2 drinks. One drink I didn't like, so the guy gave me an extra drink. So that's a total of 4 drinks I had last night, and different type of liquors. So when I woke up this morning, my mind was just gone. What does that affect? That affects my ability to think with clarity. to get a good night's sleep. And since I didn't get a good night's sleep, that also dampens my ability to think with clarity. Um, and actually, it makes me less motivated to work out. Luckily for me, since I'm disciplined, I did work out. But I notice when I drink alcohol, I want to work out less, right? And so let's talk about becoming a multimillionaire or starting my own business, which I do have a business, but um, by drinking alcohol and taking away clarity from my thought process and my vision, it slows me down, right? So when you have a clear mind, you can think about business ideas rather quickly. You can draw out plans. Um, you can work for a lot longer. You don't procrastinate as much because when you drink alcohol and you're drunk the night before, or maybe if you're not drunk, you don't get up usually as fast as you would on a night. I mean, on a day where you were not drinking the night before. It's usually easy to get out of bed um, when you don't drink the night before. But if you drink the night before, you're a little bit more sluggish. Your thought process is a little bit more sluggish. And especially if you're drinking high sugar drinks, you may have a little bit of brain fog, right? And then also if you're drinking the night before, guess what else you did? And you guys know I have my weight loss challenge. You're putting on weight, right? Because that's excess calories. Now, if you are trying to lose weight and you are drinking alcohol, you are hustling backwards. Okay? It's not a smart thing to do. Um, Yet, that's what I did the night before. I will hit my goal, but just being vulnerable, I did not make the best decisions yesterday. Right? I could have did a number of different things. I could have gave those drinks to somebody else. Right? I was more thinking about the money I spent more than uh, what what I'm trying to do with my life and with my weight, and I was more focused on the money I shelled out buying those drinks rather than actually just giving those drinks to somebody else just to stay on my path. But I'm not perfect, you know. Nobody is. Better you guys see where I'm at and see my journey to when I get to my process. To where when I get to my process, um, you know I'm authentic and you know I'm somebody that can actually help you reach those goals. But anyway, in trying to become a multimillionaire, you have to be present. You have to be focused. You have to be energetic. You have to be creative. Alcohol takes away from all of that. It does. Takes away from sleep. Takes away from all that. Um, it dampens your fitness, and it also dries out your skin. So if I'm a person that wants to be a multimillionaire, does it make sense that I'm drinking alcohol? No, not at all. Not at all. Now, is alcohol horrible? No, it's not. You know, but it depends on where you are. Who are you trying to be in those next 2 years or 2 to 5 years? Think about that person 2 years from now. Is that somebody that you want to bring? Is that a place where you want to bring your present day self to? Matter of fact, will you even be able to survive in that new environment? But here's the life hack. The life hack is you can bring that environment to you by becoming who you need to be then at that point, right now in the present day. I guarantee you this works. I've done it multiple times. And every time I've done it, I was like, why did I not do this shit earlier? wasting time, hanging out with friends, um, taking a free lunch. And what I mean by taking a free lunch is just taking shit that people give you. And it seems harmless. And we're so used to having this idea about things that are given to us free, we forget how things that are free can set us back so far. Every time we see something free, we take it, not knowing what it's gonna do on the back end, right? So if you stop taking the free lunch and you stop giving in to subliminal temptation just to take free things, and you you just decide to cut out those things so you can become the optimal version of yourself today, how quickly do you think you can manifest those goals or bring those things to you where you don't have to go searching for them? Because really, that's the whole purpose of becoming. It's not about it's not about climbing your way to success. It's about becoming that person that you need to be right now. Most of the times where you get to those goals, you'll realize like you didn't really have to go anywhere. You're not climbing a ladder. That's when we think about I'm climbing the ladder of success, that's a societal analogy that we have ingrained in our heads. Success is more like a lateral movement more than an upward movement. You go from being here, you get a skill, you move a little bit here, you get another skill, you move a little bit here, and you're kind of still at ground level, and it makes it hard because when you start looking so far up, it makes it seem as if the goal is unattainable. But if you know, listen, just as much as I can be broke right here, I can also be wealthy right here. What is stopping me from going over to this side? And what's keeping me on this side where I don't want to be? What's keeping me from becoming my optimum self? What's keeping me from being that person now? What's stopping me from being that person now? Which matches to who I'm going to be later. How can I bring later to now as fast as possible? That's the hard part. What can I cut out? A lot of times it's not about how can I get there faster. It's more so what's holding me back. How can I take the ankle weights off? How can I take the ankle weights off? What are my ankle weights? Is it alcohol? Is it too much sex? Is it too much TV? Too much Law and Order? Am I walking around depressed all the time? Like, what is it that's hindering me? Is it reality TV? Now, some things can get you where you want to go faster, like reading books, exercising, fitness, dressing better. Fitness, dressing better, looking better. Those all enhance your opportunities because people are going to be more attracted to you the more disciplined you are. You know, the more knowledge you have, the more well-spoken you are, the better you look, more people are going to be attracted to you. And where do opportunities come from? Other people. But the main thing is what's holding you back. What ankle weights are you wearing? Do you have a backpack on that's full of a lot of baggage you don't need? A lot of self-doubt, a lot of information that has nothing to do with you. Are you watching the news every day? Do you feel like the world is just horrible because that's the images you're taking in? What if you were to control your own images, put your own images in your mind? What if you were, instead of having people tell you what was going on and tell you how bad things were and tell you what it was, you told yourself what it was and you created your own narrative. And that way, you creating your own narrative, you could help other people to create their own narrative, and create better lives for themselves. What's holding you back from becoming the optimal version of yourself? What's holding you back from bringing that to your reality to now? That's what you have to think about. Anyway, this is Doc Martin signing out.